Welcome back. So here's the three options. Here's the question. What do you think of the fact that Peter and Elizabeth often take note of the nicer things that others have? The first option, first suggested solution, this is fine. It's good for a Christian to want a bigger and better things. In my view, that is an incorrect answer. It's not, there's nothing wrong with a Christian having bigger and better things as long as that's God's will for their life. But the problem that Peter and Elizabeth have is really that they're coveting what others have. They're noticing what others have. They have an above average income already, and they seem to want more and more, and they're actually spending more than what they can afford to, and they're accumulating a debt. Really, it reflects covetousness and selfishness, and so it's not good for them to want bigger and better things. B, the second option, it's okay to desire and obtain a nicer car and a bigger house as long as they can afford it. And again, you got to watch your attitude. Why do you want a bigger house? Why do you want a nicer car? Take it before the Lord. Ask Him to reveal your motives, as we talked about earlier in the teaching portion, Psalms 139, 23, 24, where David said, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." So they gotta weigh their motives. Have a look at their motives here, and why do they want to do it? I think another key verse to look at is Luke 16:10, which says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much." I'm not suggesting this couple is dishonest, but the key here is whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. If someone is not trustworthy with their current level of income, which is the case for this couple, they're spending more than they're making, they're not living within their means, they're not going to likely be trustworthy with a larger amount. And that's what Christ warned about in Luke 16:10. So getting more income is not going to solve their problem. And the third option, C, that they have a worldly attitude that they need to deal with. They have several worldly attitudes that they need to deal with. That is the best and the correct answer. And the fundamental problem of this couple is that they have worldly attitudes towards money and material things. We'll be discussing them more in detail in the next question. But that's the fundamental problem and the challenge that they have, and that's why they're spending more than they're making, accumulating debt, and they're incurring significant tension between them as a couple over their finances. So I'm going to now go to the next question. And question number 2 is, what do you think are the underlying causes of Peter and Elizabeth's financial problems? Choose one of the following. So what do you think are the underlying causes? Choose one of the following, and I got the 4 of them there. A, Peter and Elizabeth are spending more than they're earning and accumulating debt. B, their income is too low and therefore they need to earn more income so they can pay off their debts. C, they need to develop and implement a budget to ensure that they're spending less than they earn so they have a surplus each month to pay down debt. Or D, they have worldly attitudes with respect to money and material things that need to be eliminated and replaced by godly attitudes. The video is going to stop. Discuss this when you're in a small group. Look at the merits of each suggested solution and indicate whether you think it's a good answer, and also indicate what you think is the best answer as well out of the 4, and also indicate if you think some are incorrect. So the video will stop, and then discuss it, write down your answer, and then click on the next video.